Okay, so now that you've written the first part of the planning, we're on to the next part, which is the additional details. And this is where you can really go to town, where you can really put in lots and lots of details about fairly small things, but very important things. And what I've done is one thing I thought was it'll be interesting to talk about the lava flow. Now, if you remember, the lava is the hot molten rock which comes out of the mountain. It is so incredibly hot. It is hotter than anything you've probably ever seen before. So we're going to talk about the lava flow. First of all, talk about the way that it bursts into the air, and you could describe the way that it burst out of the mountain and then into the sky, into the air a little bit, but obviously what goes up must come down. And then you could describe how it flowed down the mountain. And when lava flows down the mountain, it actually does it quite slowly, but the problem is that nothing, and I mean nothing, gets in its way. Nothing will stop it. If it hits trees, then it will set fire to the trees. If it goes to houses, it will set fire to houses. It can, it would set fire to a wooden fence. Those sorts of that sort of thing. Now, don't forget each one of these. So there's 2 words here, and there's 3 words here, 3 words here. Each one of these little chunks is at least one sentence. It can be a simple sentence or a compound sentence or even a complex sentence, but each one of those is at least one sentence. Okay, now I'm not going to tell you anything else about the additional details. I'll leave that up to you. The whole point about this is I give you a little bit of a hint, and then you can use that, and then you add your own information. The next part is what we call witness statements. A witness is somebody who sees something and they can say, oh, it was fantastic, it was super, it was dangerous, it was terrible. They've actually seen it, so they should know, fairly clearly what it was like. So I've just made this up. You can obviously add extra details yourself. So a police officer told us that he had never seen anything like it. If you don't want it to be the police officer, then that's up to you. If you want the police officer to say something different, again, that's up to you. Remember, anything that I put on this planning sheet is to help you, but you don't have to put it if you don't want to. I also thought then it would be nice to, if we spoke to a local teacher. Remember, you're pretending to be the person who wrote the newspaper article. And then I thought maybe a shopkeeper. Who knows what they said? Again, that's up to you to use your imagination. So do the additional details part of your planning sheet and the witness statements part of your planning sheet. And we're going to finish the video now.